I know you want it. Oh, it's pretty. Oh! It just squirted out. They say beauty is pain, but I don't want that kind of pain.
Pray for me, Madura for me. Pray I find my way.
Hey FamBam, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing fantastic. I am here. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing my full face of makeup using products that you babe selected for me. So yesterday, also around this time, it's around 4 a.m. right now, I posted on Instagram that I would like you babes to choose my makeup, and y'all said yes, so thank you so much. If you're not on Instagram and you couldn't take part in this video, I apologize. Well, I just wanted to, do this video. I've been seeing this video, roam around YouTube, roam around. I don't even know what that means. So I posted 2 pictures of different products each time for each poll and got you babes to select which one would you like me to use. So that's why we're here today. I'm sure you all already understand the concept of this video, so let me just stop rambling on. And if I sound a little thick, it's because I just woke up. Okay, so yeah, without further ado, if you're yet to subscribe, if you're yet to join the FamBam, make sure you subscribe down below, turn on notification, make sure you select to receive all notifications from this channel so that way you don't miss out on any single video from me. Okay, let's get straight into it. Okay, so for primer, I asked you babes which primer should I use out of the Rimmel London Stay Matte Mattifying Primer and the new Rimmel Fix and Perfects Makeup Primer, and 60% of y'all chose the Rimmel Matte. So we're gonna go ahead and use Rimmel Matte. By the way, there was about 100 or so people that saw this, so thank you so much. I know I don't have a big following on Instagram and whatnot, so I really appreciate that you took the time out of your day to vote on the products that I should use. Even my sister voted. Thank you. I do like this primer, it's nice and mattifying. It does help me with my shine for about 4 to 5 hours, sometimes 6 hours, depending on how much I work at rubbing it in. So yeah, I was hoping that you guys would select the Fix and Perfect because I still want to test that and I like the moisturizing feel of it. But here we are. All right, so next, brows. I asked which one should I use between the Anastasia Beverly Hills Deep Brow Pomade in the shade Ebony or the Benefit Brow Gel, which I used the shade 5. I like both of the brow pomades, okay? So I wasn't really going to be in too much of a loss. So you babes chose the Benefit Brow Gel, which I have been liking as well. I've actually been liking this one more than the Anastasia Beverly Hills Deep Brow Pomade, to be honest. But yeah, so I'm like, okay, that's okay. It ain't bad. So we're just gonna go ahead and use it. I'm not at a loss at all. Bring it forward to the future so it stops staying in the past. Now we're gonna draw lines in the front. The line, I know you want it. Yes, you're the good girl. Oh Lord, I spoke too soon, didn't I? Okay, so I'm gonna clean up the brows later. For foundation, I posted 2 options, of course, duh. I posted the Sleek Life Proof Foundation or the Tarte Amazonian Clay 24-hour full coverage foundation. Is that what it's called? Yeah, full coverage foundation, whatever. And a whopping 61% of y'all wanted to see the Sleek Life Proof Foundation instead. I was hoping you guys would choose the Tarte Amazonian Clay foundation because I need to use that foundation. I have had it for almost a year and I'd only used it about 3 times. And this one, I've been trying not to use it too much because there's only a little bit left. And I really like this. This is one of my go-to products for my base makeup. By the way, if you babes would like to see me do my base, like my go-to base makeup and whatnot, like my go-to routine, let me know and I will do it. Oh no, I think it's actually finished. Oh, it's finished. Oh! It just squirted out. I'm not gonna go back into the tube. Let's just use this. By the way, this is in the shade LP19. Ugh, I love this foundation so much. Actually, this one and the Tarte foundation are very similar in terms of longevity and appearance after application. It's a great dupe for the Amazonian Clay foundation. Oh, I would like to go with a little bit more right now to conceal some dark spots, but we're not doing it. What's happening here? I think I got bitten by something. Do you see this? Oh my Lord. Okay, so for concealer, I posted between the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, which I've been going for lately. And I also posted the Fenty Beauty Matchstick Concealer, which I really didn't want to put there, but I really need to use this product as well. And lo and behold, you guys chose the Fenty Beauty Matchstick Concealer. So I'm going to be using the shade Suede. I'm not a massive fan of this concealer because it's a little bit like too dry, like when you're applying it. I mean, it blends really nicely and whatnot. It gives you that nice natural finish and whatnot, which I don't mind, but I just don't really like the texture of it. You know, I just feel like it kind of hurts me when I'm like applying it on my skin and it's dragging on my skin. In a way, even though I'm not really happy that y'all chose it, I'm also still happy that y'all chose it because I need to use it. I'm gonna put this all over my lid because this is what we're gonna use to prep our eyelids for eyeshadow. And I'm gonna use it to clean my brows as well because, you know, I feel like I'm like hitting myself with a stick. Okay, let's go ahead and blend it out, even though it's already kind of like done the blending for us. So we're not blending it out, I'm blending it in because it's already blended out. You know, why do I sound mad? I am not mad, I'm just saying, you know. Yeah, but I like that it's like easy to blend though, you know, like it's already done the work for you, which is good. It's good. It's just the application that's a little bit painful. They say beauty is pain, but I don't want that kind of pain. To be honest with you, with this type of concealer, I can actually like go ahead and just leave it and not set it with a powder, you know. But I'm just so used to setting my concealers with a powder because of my oily combination skin, even though it's not always oily, you know, especially my T-zone and whatnot. But I'm just so used to that step, so I'm gonna do it. For contour products, I also posted between the Fenty Beauty Match Stick contour shade in the shade Espresso, or the Black Opal foundation stick in the shade Black Walnut. And as I said, I also need to use this match stick like trios. I need to use these things. So, but y'all said Black Opal. This is when I actually wanted the Fenty. But that's okay. So we're just gonna go ahead and use Black Opal because that's what y'all chose. So let's just contour with this. Let's chisel our face so we can create the illusion that we're even slimmer than we are. That we have some chic bones. Oh Lord, you're doing well, you're doing great, sweetie. I really like the Black Opal foundation stick though, you know, I really like it. I use it a lot, so that says a lot. I'm gonna blend the one on my nose with a brush. I'm gonna blend it to fill. So what's next? A hat? No, it's not. Powder, setting powder. So I posted between the Sacha Buttercup setting powder or the Ben 9 banana powder, and I was really hoping that y'all would choose the Ben 9 because the products that I noticed that I've been neglecting a lot is also the Ben 9 powder. It's probably because it was more expensive for me because I bought all 3 shades and whatnot. So yeah, but y'all chose the Sacha Buttercup, which I'm not really a massive fan of, but I don't mind it either. I think I'm just not a massive fan of it because of how yellow the shade is, but I noticed that, you know, if you're kind of like going gradually, it's going to be good. You know, it's not gonna be awful and whatnot. So here we are. I'm gonna grab it with this sponge, dust it off a little bit and tap it into the skin. My face is kind of dry right now. That's why I was saying that this match stick doesn't necessarily need to be set with a powder. I'm gonna have to like spray my face a little bit today. It's very dry and I have minimal coverage under my eyes, but we're gonna move on. The show must go on. Okay, next product is setting powder. I posted the MAC Studio Fix setting powder or the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable powder, and y'all chose the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable powder. I like both powders. I've said in the past that I believe guys, I just accidentally opened the back of this powder. Look at what I found. It has a mirror. Why did I sound like that? This powder has a mirror. Excuse me. I had no idea. And I've actually opened that part before because there was a puff in here, but I think I just didn't lift it up. It has a mirror. Oh my gosh. I need to find that puff or find another puff, put it here and just use this mirror. Ooh, my skin looks so dry. Ooh, it's creasing. We're creasing. Anyway, as I was saying, I've said in the past in a recent video that this powder, the L'Oreal True Match powder, is a nice dupe for the MAC Studio Fix. But yeah, we're gonna apply this. This is in the shade N9 Deep Neutral. It's deep. It has a name aside from the shade number. I've been using Deep Neutral. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so blush, I posted between the NYX blush and contour duo or the e.l.f. blush palettes that I use all the freaking time in a shade dark. I use that palette more than I use my vocabulary, okay, in class. I use that palette more than I use my law textbooks. I use that palette more than I used my nursing textbook after I graduated. I use that e.l.f. blush palette more than I use my manners when I'm outside and I really need to fart. But y'all chose the NYX blush duo, which I don't mind, but I found that the blush shade in here is not as pigmented as the e.l.f. blush palette, and it's not as long lasting. Like, it doesn't really have a great longevity to it like the e.l.f. blush palette does. There it is. So I'm not gonna dab it off because it's not as pigmented, so just gonna apply it. Smile. Where is it? Yeah, see, it's not, it picks up, but it doesn't really show, you know. Yeah. It's there, it's just not as there. It's not there as much, and we want it to be very there. Not just a little there, very there. Not very there either, because it's a blush. You don't want to look like a smiling piglet. They are so cute though. So for highlighter, I asked if I should use the NYX Born to Glow highlighter, which is in the shade Break the Rhythm, or the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt highlighter in a shade Moscow Mule on Ginger Beach. And of course, y'all chose Fenty Beauty, so that's what we're gonna use. I hardly use this. I just feel like I spent too much money on it, but it's not really like worth it 100%. Maybe it's because of the shade that I chose. Let's just... Ooh, I applied too much. Oh, by the way, the shade that I'm using is Moscow Mule. Maybe I should use Ginger Beach as a blush a little bit, because it's less shimmery than Moscow Mule. I don't know. All right, so before we go into lipstick, let's go straight into eyeshadow. So I posted 4 eyeshadow options. I don't know why to overcomplicate this for myself, but I was just really curious to see what y'all would choose between these 4 eyeshadow palettes. So I said either the Modern Renaissance palette or the Subculture, and of course y'all went for the Subculture. I was actually excited because I like the Subculture. And I said the Makeup Revolution That Life on the Dance Floor palette or the Urban Decay Naked Heat palettes, and I find these 2 palettes to be quite similar. Like, you can create very similar look with these 2 palettes. And yours said Makeup Revolution, so then I posted it again. I said Makeup Revolution or Subculture because these 2 palettes got the highest vote. And let's go to Instagram and see what y'all said now, because I just posted this a few hours ago. 50-50. Got a 50-50 vote, guys. 50-50 votes. 50% of you want to say the Subculture, 50% of you want to say the Makeup Revolution. So what should I do? Let's just use both. I don't know how, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna figure it out. Okay, so this eye look gave me a headache. I didn't know what I wanted to do with it. It started one way, ended the other way. So I'm just gonna, you know, so I've already like skipped through all the eye look video. I am so sorry, I'm just gonna cut it all out. So I've already lined my lips, so the only thing we've got left is lipstick. And for lipstick, I asked you, would you like me to use the ColourPop Ultra Matte lipstick or the Shop Mise AOS Studio Wonder Matte lipstick? I chose these 2 because the shades are similar. So this is the ColourPop Ultra Matte lipstick in the shade Naughty, K-N-O-T-T-Y. My sister still hasn't noticed that I took this. She hasn't noticed yet. Anyway, I wonder if she did. It's not really for this eye, but that's okay. Oh no, and now my lips is gone dry. Ugh, everything is so dry. I cannot. Forgot how drying this is. I'm sorry. And in the glass. All right, here we are, all done. You babes have already guessed it. I'm not a massive fan of my makeup today, and I'm using this big hair to hide the fact that my makeup looks semi-atrocious. Feels atrocious. I don't know if that makes any sense, but you know what I mean. Like, I don't know, that Fenty Beauty mastic, I think I'm just gonna give it away to someone who's going to appreciate it more, because I cannot come back in myself and just keep trying to get used to the old Fenty Beauty mastic, because it just makes my skin feel horrible and I don't like that. So we're just gonna, like, you know. I'm glad y'all chose the Subculture and the Makeup Revolution palette. The only thing is the fact that it got 50% for each, like, you know, that meant I had to pair it together, and I had issues with it. You know, I had creative block. I couldn't figure out what to create, you know. So anyhow, so that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you you enjoyed it. I just hope you enjoyed it. Once again, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to vote for the makeup you'd like me to use for today's video. I appreciate you, babes. Thank you so much for watching. As always, whatever there is, love yourself, and I'll see you babes in my very next video. Bye. So I posted two pictures of each product, 2 products of each picture. What? I posted what? If you're not on Instagram and you couldn't take part, if you're not on Instagram and you couldn't take part, if you're not on Instagram and you couldn't take part. Okay, so naturally we start with primer. The first product is primer. Perfect. I posted a sleek light-proof light. I give up. I cannot.